Welcome back to AniPeeps, where we talk about all things anime and manga. Today, I'm your host Boggs. Along with me, I got my two co-hosts, Boom and Mo. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. Doing good, my man.
You're
Nice,
yes,
nice.
sir.
Today we will be talking about a manga I kind of wanted to recommend to you guys as well as our viewers. So we'll keep this nice and short. And for our viewers, you guys could probably already guess what I'll be talking about just based off the thumbnail and cover. But the show or series I'm going to be talking about today is Kono yo wa Tatakau Kachi ga aru. The English title doesn't really show, but something along the lines of this world is worth fighting for. Um, so yeah, this is a fairly, I guess, new series. I'm not exactly sure how many chapters are out. Probably like 30 chapters. So some like couple volumes so far, but pretty much the premise. The story starts off with our main character, Itou, which we see on the cover right here, and she's like on her third year working at like a company, but company's super terrible. She's pretty much like sexually harassed and pretty much treated terribly there despite being one of the hardest workers. Like she very straight edge. She puts everything into her assignments, gets the job done, but despite all this she has to deal with being verbally abused pretty much by her superiors. And uh even outside of her work life, she is with a boyfriend who also treats her terribly, like always asking for money that she never gets back. Despite working super long hours and pretty much on 3 hours of sleep the day before, she finally gets home super late, needs to sleep, but he pretty much texts her stuff like, if you don't respond and meet me in like 30 minutes, we're done, kind of stuff. So she pretty much just living day to day, but pretty much walking on thin ice, pretty much at a mental breaking point. And she decides to at least attempt to pretty much end it until she finds a in a pile of mails. She opens one of the mails, which pretty much changes her life. And what was included in that letter was a card, and it was an organ donor card. So she pretty much, her personality is kind of based off the fact that she wants to be of use to people. She wants to be, because of her kind of background, she just wants to live a life that helps people, helps someone at least. But
Hmm.
the getting the organ donor card kind of gives her like a reason, like, now I can live my life. If I die today, my organs will at least be useful for like 11 people to save their life and change their lives. So um after like
So
20.
she becomes a organ. Oh, sorry to cut you
Oh
off,
no,
but
you're
she
good, you're
becomes
good.
a org. She becomes an organ donor.
Yeah, so she must have like
Pretty
a
much.
they don't talk about it too much, but she must have like applied beforehand or something. But yeah, she opens the mail
Mm.
and like sees that she's, I guess, officially like an organ donor. So at the age of 25, after, pretty much just living every day straight edge and doing things right, she after this day she decides to change things up and pretty much live a life of pretty much not hedonistic lifestyle, but pretty much living and doing exactly what she wants and not doing things for anyone besides herself. So
Gotcha. That's where the story kicks off. I'm guessing. Right?
yeah, so that's pretty much where the story kicks off. And one of the first things that she does is that, she approaches her ex boyfriend, and, she has like a big image change. Like she starts to wear like a skajang, I think cuts her hair. So even her appearance changes. And yeah, she goes to her, I guess, now ex-boyfriend, technically still current, but after finding out that he was with another girl, she goes up to him, as you see here, puts a bat to his mouth, and pretty much gets all the money that she's let him use over the years. She like tallied it all up and forced him to pay back. um So that's pretty much where the series goes forward, and it's pretty much like a letting loose kind of series, but very like heartfelt moments of seeing her finally get freed from the shackles of, you know, the tough life that she's lived. Because pretty much like the first chapter or two, we immediately get we're immediately shown kind of her working at the black company and being pretty much treated terribly. So
Mhm.
um like like this is one of like the first, chapter or two where she pretty much hits that breaking point and talks about how, she's done everything right, blah blah blah. Why do I have to live this kind of life? What did I deserve to be treated this bad? And you actually feel all these things because they you kind of see her having to go to work with minimal sleep, having to meet up with her terrible and unfaithful boyfriend repeatedly until she hits this breaking point, and then she eventually you know finds the organ card, and this is kind of where she finds her boyfriend with another woman. But it's a very like kind of freeing manga, seeing her kind of
Mhm.
live her life the way she wants to, but kind of like the heartfelt moments where you really do feel for Itou here is kind of like this scene where she decides to just start day drinking at a park at like 2 p.m. or something on a weekday, something she would have never done before this incident, and she takes a sip of the alcohol and it just really hits her hard because just the huge weight off her shoulders. And
Yeah, it's a sake cup too, huh?
yeah, it's either
No
the
lid.
sake cup or one of those. There's like
Like
some of the
the
beers.
newer beer,
Yeah, the
right? The
beers
newer
where
ones. Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's one of
Those
those,
are
the
dude.
lid comes
nasty, by
off.
the way.
Oh,
Side note, dude.
yeah. But yeah, this panel's one
Oh,
I liked
weird.
a lot because, she takes a sip and just tears start flowing down
Dude,
uncontrollably.
the art, dude. Just when you're clicking through it, I think the first one you showed where she's sticking something in the boyfriend's mouth. The top eye panel scene, that art is crazy, dude.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what kind of got me interested. That along the title, because even the cover,
Yeah,
looks
right
like
there
really
too,
cool.
right?
Yeah, I think this and the title is kind of what caught my eye. So gave it a few chapters and ended up really liking it. So continued reading.
I
But
think you mentioned it
oh, go
too,
ahead, go
or
ahead.
not.
No, no, you're good.
I think you mentioned in the beginning. Do you know how many like volumes or chapters are out or anything?
I think
Hopefully, there's an English translation too.
yeah, I think 30 or so chapters. So maybe like 3, 4 volumes, somewhere
Oh,
along
nice,
those
nice.
lines. Yeah. So
And
uh,
you're only one volume, right? You said.
I think I read like one and a half. I think
Oh,
I've read
okay.
up to like chapter 14 or something like that. So, but it's nice just seeing her kind of do. One of the arcs is she, and also she makes pretty much essentially like a bucket list of things to check off, all the things she wanted to do, but she couldn't because of her day to day life. So she pretty much, as the story progresses, goes through that thing. So one of it
Mm.
is one of it, and I think one of the first thing was to pretty much get her money back from her ex, which she does. And another one is like to go gambling. So she goes to like a pachinko store, and then she ends up going to like a horse racing venue, bets money there just for the thrill of it, because she always wondered why people liked gambling. Another one, which is kind of meeting up with people she's known in the past to give back something she borrowed but never gave back. It could be something as small as like a keychain or something that someone showed her and let her hold on to, but she completely forgot and never gave it back. So she'll call up old friends, go all the way to them, say hi, give the thing back, and just leave, without even kind of having a conversation. She just says, no, I just wanted to give this back to you because, this belongs to you. And one of the persons she does meet when she revisits old friends has a pretty good story, and hopefully a character we'll see again as the story progresses. But yep, that's oops, I
Dude,
don't know why this keeps popping up.
definitely manga I want to check out, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's while you're doing the last explaining right there, I looked it up online and I read the first 3 pages, man. Boyfriend's such a dick,
Dude,
man.
Dude, I
Holy
know.
shit.
Hate that guy.
You weren't kidding, man.
Yeah. And
hopefully,
I'll
were you
go.
able to find more than just the first one shot bit, Boom? That's all I could find was like the first chapter worth.
Oh, it says
But
one shot. It says one shot. I just realized it. Oh, I was
yeah,
hoping. I was
there
hoping.
definitely is more. But no, dude, this
Oh,
sounds really interesting. Based off of just the like cover and the title, I thought this was gonna be kind of like a Baki Kengashira kind of like underground fighting
Hmm.
manga, especially because like her nose is bloody and stuff.
Yeah.
But the other what this turned out to be actually sounds a lot better. You know, like you said, someone living a liberating life and just kind of going wild.
Liberating's
So,
a good word. Good word. S-
word of the day.
but so to
I'd
be
say.
clear though, she's got the organ donor card, and that kind of dissuaded her from wanting to commit suicide.
Yeah, so she pretty much kind of wanted to end it all. Just fed up,
Hmm.
with like this scene, but then she goes home and opens the organ donor card, and she kind of gets almost like an epiphany, like sees the light almost, and immediately just grabs a piece of paper and a marker and just starts writing a whole bunch of things until the sun comes up. And then the job, her office calls her, like, you're late, blah blah blah, and she pretty much says, like, I'm done with this. And then we get to see her new appearance, her new kind of persona. But later on we find out that it was organ donor card that she got, and pretty much the idea of her being able to be a use of someone after death kind of is liberating to her, because that's kind of what she lived for at the moment, but didn't really get reciprocated in a sense. So
Mm.
now she's kind of in the mentality of, I'm just going to live for myself, because now if I pass away, then I'll still be use of someone who receives my organs.
Gotcha.
But yeah, definitely check this one out. Not much else to say, especially with this not having too many chapters. I don't want to just keep talking about some of potential spoilers. But yeah, this is a
Mm-hmm.
pretty heartfelt one that I enjoyed, and you really do feel uh, a sigh of relief when you see her kind of be freed from the shackles of kind of the poor environment she was placed in. And yeah, a quick read too,
Dude,
hopefully.
in the beginning, I thought it was gonna be like a Sano manga, man, because you were talking about how like she's going through tough times and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah. I think
then
this
after
is
you
one you
show
guys
that
will
scene
enjoy.
again, one where she's sticking that thing in the boyfriend's mouth, man, she's low key badass, man.
Yeah. No, that's why I really do love her kind of new personality. She's really kind of flipped the switch. Like, she'll go back to her office to kind of get her things, and she's a absolute badass. So, but yeah,
Nice.
uh, hope you guys enjoyed
Boggs,
that one.
nice fire again recommendation, my man.
Thank you, thank
Definitely one
you.
I'll check out.
Yeah, hopefully you guys check this out and enjoy it. Definitely worth at least giving it like one or two chapters, because I think this is one of those where one chapter is slightly longer than normal, so hopefully a bit more content per chapter kind of thing, despite it only having 33, I think, at the moment. But yeah, if you guys have nothing else to add, um make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you have read this before, or if you read something that sounds like this that you would recommend to us. Definitely would give it a check. But yeah, thanks for listening to me. Boom, Mo. Hopefully you guys give this one a go. But yeah, see ya.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Sir, later.